Hello YouTubers, welcome to the Sega Dreamcast. My name is Michael and we will be continuing my Let's Play of Sonic Adventure 2 for the Sega Dreamcast. And we're going to start off today's video in Egg Quarters.
This is Rouge. I've located Eggman's base and will proceed to enter it now. I hate to say it. I guess I'm going to have to find that key first.
I like how in that cutscene that she mentioned that we only need to find one key. In actuality, we need to find 3 of them in here. And man, that beetle is so freaking annoying. It's the biggest problem with this stage. Basically, if it detects you, it shoots out these laser things that basically make you lose all of your rings. And it will let you know that it detects you when the room turns all red. But anyways, we're gonna pick up the new power-up known as the Pick Nails. And now with our newly received ability, the Pick Nails, we can go back to Dry Lagoon. And if we glide all the way to over here and dig into this wall, we can find ourselves the new power-up known as Mystic Melody. Yes, Rouge has this power-up too. And we're heading back right over to the Egg Quarters. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, if you guys have been paying attention to my earlier videos, you would have noticed that I was heading over to the roller coaster capital of the world, known as Cedar Point. And you know what? I love that theme park so freaking much that I have to I'm basically gonna dedicate this whole entire video, well maybe not the whole entire video, but basically this video talking about Cedar Point. Yes, Cedar Point is known as the roller coaster capital of the world because I think it has around 12 coasters? Don't quote me on that. I think it's 12. I'm not very sure about that. And that's a lot of roller coasters. And we basically went there on a Friday and a Saturday. Now let me tell you this. On a Friday, the lines are so freaking excellent. There was like almost no wait times on the most popular rides. And Saturday is the absolute worst time to go to Cedar Point, or actually any other theme park in general, because that's when everybody and their moms decide to take their vans in their own home state and drive right over to that theme park. And that absolutely sucks because I remember the lines for like something like Top Through Dragster being like 2 hours long, and it's absolutely crazy. But anyways, now I'm going to talk about my top 3 favorite coasters there. Number 1 is definitely Millennium Force, because Millennium Force is such a fast-paced, awesome hyper coaster. It's around 300 feet high, and it goes at average speeds of 93 miles per hour. And plus, it won the Golden Ticket Award, which is basically, you know, an accolade for like what people say thinks about what is their best coaster ever. And basically I have to agree with them. Man, Millennium Force is such an awesome ride. But yes, and my second one would have to be Gemini. And Gemini is basically like a racing coaster, and that ride has to definitely be the most underrated coaster ever, because it's like located at the back end of the park where like nobody visits, and the lines are like absolutely empty right there. But man, the cool thing is that you have a chance with high-fiving other people in the other coaster.
How is that? Perfect? Like me?
Alright, I got the A rank in Egg Quarters, but before Rouge so rudely interrupted me, I was about to say that my third favorite coaster in Cedar Point would have to be Top Thrill Dragster. I'll explain why after this cutscene.
It's a space transporter. The destination has been set to Ark? Wasn't that space colony shut down over 50 years ago? What's he doing up there anyway? Doesn't matter. It's my mission to find out what he's up to.
And now we can see Rouge teleporting over to the space colony Ark. But anyways, the reason why I love Top Through Dragster so much is because of its raw power, up 120 miles per hour. And using that speed, it boosts you 400 feet into the air. And that's really awesome. But anyways, now we're gonna head into the Eggman Stage known as Lost Colony.
So this is the space colony Ark. I have to locate the central control room that Shadow mentioned before he left.
Now don't worry guys, that is all I have to say about Cedar Point, because now we're going to head over into this stage. Now you can clearly see that this stage is very dark indeed, and the basic gimmick with this stage is that you're supposed to hit these enemies in order to create light, in order for you to actually see where you're going. And I think that's pretty awesome. Now with component cables, this room is absolutely freaking dark. You can't see what you're doing, even with the settings on your TV, like the brightness settings all the way up. But with VGA, oh yes, you can see a lot more clearly and vibrantly, and you know what, that's why VGA is totally awesome, man. But anyways, yes, basically what I do is slowly crawl around, because they basically place a lot of enemies that you can accidentally stumble and end up, like crashing into, causing you to lose your rings. And you don't want that, obviously, if you want to get the A rank, which is exactly what I want to do. So we're just gonna march over to this checkpoint right over here, and you gotta hit these bubbles because they'll give you a nice set of rings. But yes, my real strategy is slowly inch around and whip out your laser, which is basically holding down the B button, and basically it will home on the locations of the enemies for you, and that's really helpful in this level. But if we hop into this crate up here, we can get ourselves a new power-up known as the Jet Engine, and it is very useful. And this level gladly helps us in demonstrating it by using these platforms right over here that we need to obviously hover on. And using this new jet engine ability is so freaking helpful for me, especially with levels like, well, obviously you're gonna need it here, and especially Sand Ocean, because if you remember, I was mentioning about how, like, at first I totally forgot about I didn't have the hovering ability, and then sometimes that would make me land right into the sand. That is totally eliminated with this new power-up, and I'm so used to having this power-up with me because I have another save file that I totally take it for granted. But yes, yeah, you do not start off with this power-up right off the bat. And that enemy, sneaky little enemy's right there, and you gotta get rid of them. And these enemies that are flying around, yeah, you gotta get rid of them too, because I think those are the shooting kinds. Like there's the normal kinds of those floating robots that do not shoot you, they just stand there like morons, but these kinds just shoot at you as eventually time goes on. And we go right over here. Ooh, look at all this red lights right over here. Perfect opportunity for us to get a lot of points. So let's just climb on this platformer thingy right here. Oh yeah, get the golden beetle. Yes, got it. Yeah, if you don't get the golden beetle in time, eventually it will just disappear and you will lose your chance of getting some nice extra points, because the golden beetle offers a lot of points in order to aid your quest of getting an A rank in these stages. Now we're gonna hold on to all these enemies right here. We got a radical, pretty sweet. And there's some more down here. Alright. Yeah, a lot of these enemies are very hidden, but if you just do the strategy I told you, which is basically keep the laser out while you're marching through this level, you will have no problems with this. And I've heard some people actually don't like this thing being too dark, because this problem is only really prevalent on the Dreamcast version. And I think, what was his name? SGB Johnny? I don't remember your name, sorry man, but I'm gonna call a shout out to you. But yeah, he mentioned that the Dreamcast version is way too freaking dark. And I agree with him if it was composite. Through VGA it looks fine. Now I don't have the GameCube version, but I'm pretty sure it's a little bit brighter, but it just takes away the actual point of this level, which is you're supposed to shoot these enemies in order to create light so you can traverse through the level, with no problems basically. And okay, I think yes, Eggman seriously needs one power-up that would help him a lot, which would be some headlights, but apparently he already has one right there, as you just saw. But yeah, right there, but apparently it's absolutely useless. Yes, you gotta love absolutely useless power-ups. Anyways, we're gonna go over here, and the reason why I got into that rocket is because there were a bunch of iron crates that we could not destroy, but we had to use the rocket in order to destroy them. So let's just march right over here. It's very hard to see, and holy smokes, we're already at the end of, how was it? Oh, Lost Colony for the Eggman level.
Yosh! piece of cake.
Oh man, I thought I got the egg. Well, actually there was a part, if you remember how that little platform was going up and there was a whole ton of these enemies to shoot at, I think I didn't perform as well on that. But oh well, I still got the B rank. That's absolutely no problem.
I've been waiting for you, Doctor. Now, I will show the glorious achievement of what the world's leading scientist, Professor Gerald, has created. The Ark was the first space colony created by mankind. Not many people know that the Ark contained a top-secret research facility where weapons of mass destruction were being created. This is one of them, a weapon capable of destroying an entire planet, codenamed the Eclipse Cannon.
Destroying an entire planet? Was this my grandfather's legacy?
But it's been deactivated for some time now. To reactivate it, large amounts of energy are necessary.
Oh, so that's why we needed the Chaos Emerald.
Exactly. To reactivate the machine, we need the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Once you have that, then you have the ultimate power of destruction to use as you please. And then, the world could be yours.
Sounds like a plan. I like the way you think, Shadow. I will get the Chaos Emeralds, use the machine to dominate the world and build a
Do you
legacy
really
of my
think it will
own.
be that easy? I've got a great idea. How about making a deal?
Deal?
When you grabbed that huge emerald, you said something about a reaction. A reaction that it may have with the Master Emerald. Now, if you could just let me borrow that radar, I may be able to help you. What do you think?
If I do, what's in it for me?
I have an idea where the other Chaos Emeralds may be. It may not look like it, but do you know that I am a treasure hunter that specializes in all kinds of jewels?
Very well.
Okay then, it's a deal. I don't think we've been introduced. I'm Rouge the Bat, but you can call me Rouge.
Alright, this next cutscene is going to be at 30 frames per second. Now, I'm going to stop saying this because I think you guys might not actually like it. So, just keep in mind that some of the cutscenes in this game will be at 30 frames.
Having to come back isn't my idea of a vacation. How can you be sure your intelligence reports are correct? Why would the Chaos Emeralds be here on the island? Are you absolutely sure?
Well, believe what you want to believe.
Very well, very well. Let's discuss how we are going to do this. I will go in first and distract the military troops, allowing you to sneak in the base without being detected. Then, Shadow will enter the armory, where he will set the timer on these dynamite packs. Once that is in place, we will blow up the whole island and get away before anyone has a chance to know what hit them. Meanwhile, you'll have to sneak into the cargo area and grab the Chaos Emerald. That's a challenge for such a worthy treasure hunter as yourself, isn't it, Batgirl? We only have 30 minutes to pull this mission off, and we only get one try, so don't fail me.
And we will find out if they succeed in my next video.